Hello, everyone. This is Greg Dixon, your Chief Enabler for Shared Visions Unlimited. And today I'm going to talk to you about essential CRM functions in Kartra. I've been using Kartra and GoHighLevel for some time now, and there's a bunch of people are coming to me and they're interested in a CRM because some coaches are saying, "Oh, you got to have a CRM." They're not really explaining what a CRM is, but they're saying you have to have it. And many of the people probably already had it. They just didn't know what it was, and they weren't using it. Certainly not using it enough. So CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management, and at the basic level that people have been talking about it recently, it really means what they're talking about is building and maintaining a database, a contact database. And once you have people in your database, you can reach out to them either through emails, through text messages, or maybe even you'd be either on the list and if you have your phone number. So um, Kartra has tremendous abilities here. GoHighLevel has tremendous abilities here. But I'm going to talk about Kartra today because it's the platform I've been using for a long time, and I've used it with a lot of clients and a lot of different projects. There's almost nothing I haven't done with Kartra over the years. But I'll show you my account here. I've been not being as active with this as I could be recently, but I'll just show you what I've got here. Okay, so this is when you log on to Kartra. Kartra is what is described as an all-in-one business platform. Almost anything you need to run a business is in Kartra, and I'm just going to go over on the left-hand side. There's these things called campaigns, and basically a campaign is let's see if they got what I'll show you here. Various sales funnels, all sorts of things. I've got a few things under construction, a few things I've created for other people. And then there's a marketplace, essentially all sorts of funnels that you can buy. There's a bunch of things that come with Kartra or built in, but really I'm going to say in some ways, maybe that's too much. That's a bit confusing for people. I'm just going to say here, pages. Kartra can build landing pages and build full websites. It has tremendous styling things. I've used this to create a landing page to sell tickets for theater production, concerts, all sorts of things. Or it can be just a full regular site like what you're used to. I started Kartra because of memberships. It's basically a membership is an online course platform, and there are a number I've done for myself and for clients, and that's the one thing that will make Kartra hard for me to give up if I ever get to that point. And then we have and here's what I'm really going to talk about is contacts. So this is what they mean when they're talking about what many people are talking about now when they talk about a customer relationship management system, a CRM. They're talking about maintaining contacts. So I've been doing this for quite a long time. I don't know if it's going to say how many I have in here. There are quite a few thousand, I believe. And how did they get into this database? For one way is they made an appointment with us with a calendar, which is also provided by Kartra, or they signed up to join a newsletter, or they signed up to get maybe access to a free version of online course, or maybe they were a client. So I've had lots of clients over the years put I don't know, $500,000 worth of money through this account over the years, and so. Oh, and then there could be a form. There's a place you can have an online form, like you could, and surveys, all sorts of things. There are various ways people get in here, but really, what we're talking about is how are people in there, and there's a number of ways. I always organize my contacts primarily by lists. So here we have this is my playing music for fun thing. I just started building that. There are a few things that I've done for clients over the years, note investors. And these are relatively small, but I've got a few that are pretty big. I've got a few that are probably in the hundreds, 1 or 200 people, and those are mostly incidental. They're because of people interacting with various things I've offered over the years, um, and they've got into the list. So I'm gonna let's see here. Um, yeah, there's some things I helped out with a cancer benefit concerts 3 in a row related to Rocket Norton, uh, the Rock Beats Cancer concerts, and that I did created a bunch of mailing lists and things for that. Anyway, here this is one of my merit stories, which I haven't really done anything, and I got one member. Okay, let's see, that's probably not a good example because some things I haven't really promoted very much. But let's say um oh okay, while we're here, I'm going to say a basic thing here, and maybe this is where many of you are going to be at. Let's say you've got a spreadsheet with a bunch of contacts or written down on a piece of paper. You can add them one at a time, and I'm just going to add. I'm just going to make somebody up. Whoops. And there are a number of things. Email. I'm just going to put my email in here, and then my phone number, company, Shared Visions Unlimited. So you've got a contact, you've got somebody met, you can add them. There are a bunch of other things, all sorts of things, other things you can add here that you want. But I'm just going to create it now, and then here I'm going to go back to. I mentioned earlier that I like to do things as organize them through lists, and here, this is a new. Did it not? Anyway, okay. Oh, already exists. The email already exists. Okay. So I'm going to make something totally on the non-existent. Bob at sharedvisions.com. Save. There we go. So now you've got them in the contact. And I can add them to a list here. Let's say I'm just going to put them in. I'm going to put them in the Greg Dixon writing course, and I can subscribe. So one of the things with contact management is you can send a sequence of emails. So I'm going to get to that later, but if I had one here, I could subscribe to a sequence. Let's say I probably have a ding 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 ding. Let's say your fun publishing journey, and in the sequence, a sequence is a series that could be sort of 2, 3, 4, 20, maybe 100 kind of thing. And this one here is just start at step 2. Oh, the automation. Okay. Add that. And then what'll happen is you can schedule it so that people will receive one email an hour, one, generally right away one, and then maybe one the next day. And then you know, if you really want to be serious about that, you can send them a bunch that where you get one every single day, or one once a week, or once every 3 days, whatever works. Here's a membership. This is where they can pick up, find something like the Gold Nuggets video course. I'm just being a little bit random here. These are courses I've created over the years, and you can give the membership access. So here on like webinars, surveys, calendars, orders, what happens is with the log here is everything this person has ever done in my system is available. And so this is where that customer relationship thing comes in. Let's see, go back to my contacts here. So there's Bob Zimmerman, and we okay, I got a phone call coming in here, but anyway, so this is there's things. The other thing, like I said, one of the things I like do is putting in tags, and so the Gold Nuggets video course, you can add any kind of tag. Like you can tag for in the contact database perspective is what you want is you want to segregate your list. So what that means is if you've got, let's say, I'm just going to Craig Dixon writing and the tag. Okay, let's say they did something, right? They did something. I can go back and I can compose an email and I can target it to everybody who, like for example, I got the Gold Nuggets video course. I can send a mail to anybody who's registered for the Gold Nuggets video course, and it may be an update to it or an invitation or something like that. And so that means you can find people. Like I can have things who are interested in my StreamYard Magic playset, or they've signed up for it. I can send them a note. I've got a bunch of, I've done a lot of work with real estate investors, so I have some lists and tags related to real estate investing. So if I want to invite them to a webinar on real estate investing or investing in general, I can. And this is a new feature. The new feature that's just been added to Kartra. I think what made it limited as a customer relationship manager or CRM is it didn't really have notices. Like the better ones will send a note and say, oh, send a note to Martha on Thursday or something like that. Okay. So let's add it here. And I think we can set a time. Just going to pick someplace random and you go there. So what'll happen is Kartra, it'll send me an email and also pop up something in the notices to let me know to contact them. So anyway, I guess I really, okay, we'll just save this and get out. So, okay, so you've got the people in the mailing list. What do you do with it next? So that would be under the marketing sections here, and then email and SMS. So Kartra comes out of the box being able to send email to anybody, but it can also send text messages with an add-on tool. So I have done both over the years. Sometimes they'll send a reminder both as a text message and email. So so here, let's see here. So I'm just going to create an email. So this is probably the most important thing that you can do with your database is send out emails to either let them know, keep them informed about things, but from a marketing point of view, let them know about what you're offering. It could be a combination. One could be like a case study about what you offer. Another could be some inside information. Others could be an invitation to a webinar or a link to go download a free course, whatever it is. That's probably the most important thing. All the marketers, there's lots of stuff with shiny, bells and whistles, um, you know, social media, all sorts of other things. But the marketers will say nothing works better than a well thought out and well executed email regularly. And that's been my experience as well. And you can do blank, start with a blank one, or you can start with a ton of different pre-designed things. Um, I tend to keep it pretty simple. Um, and so this is test email. I'm just going to say can't type much. So here we have the option to send it by SMS or an email. We'll do an email and create it. And here, here's where you type in your message. It has these variables, so you can say put their first name, last name. There's a ton of things that you can embed in here that you might know about them. Anyway, we won't worry about there. You put a title there. And again, the typing's not the greatest thing in the world. And then here, this is a little preview. This shows up in Google. And many email programs like Gmail, and it shows a sort of like a subtitle, and it's useful to put something that might actually explain what people are, why they're receiving this email. And this, you can also put people's names in here. There was these placeholders, so you can make it a little bit personal. People are more likely to open something that they think is addressed to them, and not just spam, just blind hi neighbor kind of thing. And that's the same as personalize all this stuff in the email. It looks like it's sent to them. So what the system does is, let's say, even if you're sending out 1,000 of these things, it just sends the same text out, but it substitutes each person's name to each place where these variable placeholders are. And I'm not going to show you right now what all that does, but let's say, assuming we wrote something brilliant, then the from to here defaulted to an address that I would need to send. And so basically your sender, that's where your email address would go in there. And then right now it defaults to sending a test message to myself, but I can add any one of these number of players, subscribe to a list. And let's say let's do, we have a lot of people in Storyvan TV because we've been using that with our calendar system and all sorts of things. And so there's quite a few in there. There's 233, and it will there are a couple of things here. Is this list is getting a little bit old, and also some people didn't check the thing that said that they would receive correspondence from you. So the idea here is generally is you want to send it to people who've committed to your mailing list and are willing to receive it. And and this is getting a little bit old, so that's why it's got this little warning. It's a little bit stale, and let's see what else. I'm not actually going to send anything, so I'm just picking some kind of light up your business. And there's a more there too. Anyway, the whole idea is that you could pick, but you could also you could choose by has a tag. Like you can I use the list, but you could use oh, I don't know. Craig Dixon writing. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Clicked on the customer journey assessment, marketing. Okay. So this is the way of differentiating your list and expanding your list. So sometimes you want to send out a list very focused to maybe a small portion of the people in your group, and sometimes you want to send it to a lot more people in your group. So this is a very powerful tool. So again, I'm just going to go back here. Is you've got your contacts, and you want to aim the more people in your contact list, the better. So if you end up building your list to have 10,000 people, and then you can go here, you can compose an email, send out an email to that person's very targeted. It's a very powerful thing. Go back to mine here. I sent out. I haven't been using this as much as I'm preaching about it. But I said here I did an music interview with Mick Delavie a while ago, and I sent out a note, and I ended up with 49 out of the 163 opened it in one click. The interview itself we did on social media ended up with like 37,000 views, and that was kind of interesting. But anyway, this is maybe enough for you for now. I just want to say, when you're talking about, let's go stop sharing. I should have gone back to the other one first. There we go. Okay, I'm back. So when we're talking about the basics, the essentials of a customer relationship model, what you're looking for is something where you can either collect email addresses through forms, landing pages, surveys, any of those kinds of things, calendar, and then once you have it, you want to be able to send email out to it or text messages out to those people, or if your preference is to get on the phone. But the whole idea is that you have people in your database that are segmented, and you can search for them and go find them according to a tag or what their list they're in, and then reach out with some targeted communications with them. And maybe you're not selling anything, you just have maintaining a newsletter for a nonprofit or something. It's all the same as that you send out something regularly. I think once a week is probably pretty good to aim for. Go for at least once a week. And if you have a group of people who really want to know what you're doing, you're helping them, once a day is not too much. And if they don't want to receive email from you, all the CRMs, this is Kartra, GoHighLevel, will have a unsubscribe link, so people just need to press the link and unsubscribe. But the thing is that you're better to err on the side of sending out more information than not sending out the information. So that is the mindset you need to have is people want what you're offering, and you're sharing that, whether it's information or it's a service that you're doing. And the best way to do that regularly is through email. There's lots of other ways of doing it, and I do it all. When I send out that thing, the interview with Mick Delavie, I created a blog post. I created social media posts, I sent out email, and then we did the broadcast, and we had 37,000. So part of that was through the email as well. People learned about it, and shared it. Anyway, so that's a little introduction to Kartra, and with a very narrow view, just the database and adding contacts, collecting contacts, and mailing. And since people have been asking about that, the next broadcast will probably be in GoHighLevel to show how you do that in GoHighLevel, and we'll go from there. I'm available. One of the things I found with my clients over the years is they didn't do enough. So I would show them how to do things and they wouldn't do it. So if I were to do it over again, I'd probably offer a done for you or done with you system where if somebody wants help sending out emails, I would help them put out 3 emails a week or 1 email, whatever it was, help them through the system. It's relatively easy to do, but people get stuck. So if you want to talk about what your goals are, and doesn't matter if you're using Kartra or not using Kartra, or using GoHighLevel, whatever it is, I'll have a conversation with you, and we'll figure it out. Anyway, thank you. Talk to you later.